This is part number 2 of the things that will potentially take you out of business. The first video was the things that will not take you out of business as an owner operator. So here we go. Christian, what are the things that you see people fail at as an owner operator?
Right. So one of the biggest things that I'm seeing is guys not moving their truck because they're so used to a certain type of work. So let's say company X offers some kind of dedicated lane. What you can't control is what the industry is doing, and if there's a drop in that freight, that company may or may not be, but more than likely they're not set up to look for alternative answers to keep you rolling and making money. I mean, I got guys calling in that they're sitting 3-4 days waiting for another load, whether they're doing power only or that dedicated. So the inability to search out and have your dispatcher flex and you be flexible to that to keep the truck moving and delivering. You're just hoping and waiting and kind of sitting that what you're used to gets better, when in this market it may not. Or how long can you survive that long?
All right, what about you, Jerome?
Well, same thing, piggybacking off what Christian said. In a situation like this, we got a little turbulence, adversity, call it what you may, but sometimes you have to do a little bit more now than what you were doing before. For example, if we were doing 4 or 5 loads to be able to satisfy our week and it was bringing us the kind of money we were looking for, now we have a little adversity. Maybe you need to change, flex, as Christian said, get out there and get that additional load. Because right now, the prices are doing what they're doing, the economy is doing what it's doing. So to be able to make sure that we're doing what we need to do to bring home the money, we need to do that additional load and make sure that we're supplementing for what's going on in the economy. And I think that works. You got to rise above. We can't just close the door and say, well, the economy is doing what it's doing, so I'm going to just go ahead and close my doors and wait till it corrects itself. There's a good chance you might go out of business before it corrects itself, if it corrects itself.
I agree. So I guess the bottom line is kind of people just not being open to adapt to whatever the conditions of the business are. Unfortunately, it's not like we can get anything we want all the time. Sometimes we can, sometimes we cannot. Obviously, don't be that guy that gets pushed by dispatchers and have to take the short end of the stick. If your dispatcher is there to please the broker and ride your back, then maybe something needs to be done about it. But again, that's between you and your dispatcher. Other than that, be adaptable, be open for business, because most of people that will fail are failing because we just can't adapt. We demand the same result for doing the same thing, but that same thing is no longer working. It's no longer an option, and we don't know how long it may or may not last. Sometimes it may last a little bit, sometimes it may last a long time. And are you ready to wait that long? Do you have enough funds to wait that long? So adaptability, being open for business, open-minded, and having a good lane of communication with your dispatcher and operations will get you out of any situation. Like right now, we probably have some things that people are making money on that 2 months ago was not even a thing. It was not effective. Mm-hmm. Now it is. And whatever was effective 2 months ago, now maybe it is not. But yet, if the owner operator is stuck to this, I want that and just that, now we have a problem.
Absolutely. Historically speaking, there's been many people that have been successful and succeeded and became millionaires during adversity. Why? Because everybody decided to opt out and they stayed in. And they were able to secure what some don't want. One man's junk is another man's treasure. So everybody goes out and says, hey, this is junk. Well, the other one that stayed in took all the junk, put it together, polished it up.
And now it's beautiful and shiny. Here we go. All right, guys, if you're looking for a good company to partner up with, where do we find us, Christian?
You can find us by calling us at 863-342-5171. We're also located right here south of Lakeland, the mecca of trucking. So we'll put that link right there below. Remember, remain creative and link yourself up with a company that is just as creative as you are, because the dispatcher has to have that as a tool in their toolbox to make you successful. So call us to find out more.
All right, guys, and as usual, for those of you who's gonna say, hey, look at those clowns talking from the office position and we have no real experience, we never been in the truck, never done it. The things that you talk on this channel, well, these two guys haven't been on the road for real. But I personally made every single mistake that we are talking about on this channel. The only thing is we don't sugarcoat it. And gosh, I hope nobody remembers the shit I said to my dispatchers.